All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. If you need proof that cryptocurrencies are the future, look no further than this video right here. At Altcoin Daily, we cover recent news, keep you informed on a daily basis, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that's going on in the cryptocurrency space today. Personally, I'm a Bitcoiner, a big Bitcoin guy. I like Bitcoin. But I'm also not ignorant to the fact that other things are happening in the cryptocurrency space with other coins. And the coins that are making recent news today are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Crypto.com coin, Binance coin, Ravencoin, Tron coin, Cardano coin. In fact, you know what, let's do a little straw poll in the comments. As we go over the recent news, comment the names of which of these coins that are making recent news that you like. Individual comments for individual coins. I think most of our audience are big Bitcoiners, but I'm also interested to see which other coins have a grassroots following. Remember, individual comments for individual coins. Like the video, comment below, and let's stay informed like we always do. Huobi Exchange becomes the first major exchange to run a Chainlink node. This is a pretty big deal for Chainlink and Huobi, I'd say. Major cryptocurrency exchange Huobi will integrate their price data with Chainlink's ecosystem in an effort to improve its own data integrity and provide more accurate price information. While Binance was the first major exchange to provide their data to Chainlink oracles in October of 2019, Huobi has gone one step further by running its own node on the system through the Huobi wallet. This allows the exchange to sign its own price data, allowing users to confirm that any exchange data coming from Huobi's node is authentic and direct from the source. And of course, the bigger picture here with Huobi is Bitwise does some great research. And back in 2019, Bitwise reported that Huobi was reporting inflated trading volumes, and they had a lot of wash trading going on. Well, since then, Huobi has been trying to clean up their act. Huobi has since moved on to the top 10 exchange in Messari's real volume list. So good for Huobi, good for Chainlink, right? Now, I happen to know for a fact we have some big Chainlink bulls in our audience. Let's take a look at the price of Chainlink. Consolidating still at all-time highs. Now, this looks like, if we can break above, this looks like a bullish price chart to me. So if you're wondering, hey, is it too late for me to get into Chainlink and you want to hear my thoughts on Chainlink, seek out this video from 5 days ago. I give you all my thoughts on Chainlink. Vitalik Buterin, the founder and creator of Ethereum, says that Ethereum will scale to 100,000 transactions per second with Ethereum 2.0. So, I mean, what can they do right now? They can do less than 100 transactions per second, right? Vitalik Buterin says that Ethereum is gearing up to supercharge its throughput as developers continue to work on the long-awaited ETH 2.0 update. Ethereum 2.0 is designed to improve the blockchain scalability and performance as it shifts from proof of work to proof of stake. In a new tweet, the Ethereum co-founder says the switch to ETH 2.0 will not happen overnight, but it will eventually lead to the network scaling with capabilities to handle 100,000 transactions per second. The reason I laughed is because, they've been talking about ETH 2.0 for way over 3 years now, right? Exactly. The launch date of ETH 2.0 remains unclear amid delays in scheduled deployment. So I would say that if you're an investor in the ETH token, the ETH transition from proof of work to proof of stake is a big unknown to you and me as investors. So, it's something to think about. We'll have to see. There's been a lot of promises for ETH 2.0. We'll have to see what they come up with. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Prepare to receive Bitcoin from space. The first batch of Blockstream satellite basic and pro kits are shipping soon. So, if you've ever wondered, hey, what's going to happen if the internet goes down? First of all, if the internet goes down on a global level, we have much bigger problems, not just with Bitcoin. The whole financial system, the whole modern system in general would go down. But Blockstream is creating a way to, transact Bitcoin payments from space. Now, right now, obviously, this is probably has a level of centralization, but eventually it won't. And if you're interested in being a part of Bitcoin from space, can cost you as little as $300 and as high as $800. And I'm not sure if you need this flat panel antenna as well, but I wanted to keep you informed. If you think this is good for Bitcoin or bad for Bitcoin, let me know. I know Blockstream is can sometimes be a contentious business in the Bitcoin space. Moving on, let's talk about Cardano. Anybody a fan of Cardano? Let me know in the comments. Individual comments, please. Cardano developer IOHK launches a $20 million fund for ecosystem startups. Let me give you the details. They set up a $20 million C fund alongside Los Angeles-based Wave Financial. The fund has a broad remit to invest in startups, early stage businesses that use Cardano and other IOHK tech initiatives. So it doesn't necessarily have to use the ADA token, but if they're using something in the Cardano IOHK ecosystem, commits will range between $250,000 and $500,000 for either equity or token stakes. The C fund is a 50-50 venture. IOHK has already put in the anchor, a $10 million, and Waves plans to raise the other half from external investors. California regulated Waves Financial tokenized a year's supply of Kentucky bourbon whiskey worth $20 million earlier this year. All right. Both Hong Kong-based IOHK and Waves declined to comment on whether the fund has already started selecting projects to invest in. So, I mean, again, stuff like this doesn't necessarily lead the token price to go up, but I guess you'd say it's better than nothing, right? I mean, if there's somebody who thinks this is incredibly bullish, let me know, but, you know, we see all the time, just because the company behind the token makes a partnership doesn't necessarily equate to utility of the token or use of the token. I'm just being real. Next up, let's talk about Ravencoin. Ravencoin creates extra 1.5% of maximum supply for hackers. A vulnerability in Ravencoin resulted in the unsanctioned minting of 1.5% of its maximum supply of 21 billion Raven. And as we go through this story, if you don't care about Ravencoin, this is a story that happens, you know, way more than once. You know, this is something we see happening all the time. The fact is, anything can happen in cryptocurrency. Anything can happen with anything that, you know, where your money is involved. So just keep in mind. About 315 million Ravens were minted, worth about 5.7 million at its current price. Ravencoin said it notified law enforcement in hopes of catching the unknown perpetrators of the exploit. Though given the nature of the bug, no money was directly stolen. Instead, the losses were spread over all Raven holders as extra inflation, which amounted to about 5% of the current circulating supply. So they literally just printed more for everybody. The team confirmed that the extra Raven was already exchanged, making any kind of remediation effort difficult. Miners and nodes must now upgrade to a new fixed version to prevent further exploits. The community will need to decide how to deal with the vulnerability. The team suggested to anticipate a planned halving in 14 days to compensate for the extra supply of tokens, though the community may also decide to leave everything as is. So you can see that because it was hacked, now they're trying to figure out some, you know, this is a centralized solution. Let's just plan a halving. This is basically a fiat coin, right? And I hate to say that, but I'm not here to evangelize all coins. I mean, this is the reality of the space. Now, what was Ravencoin? This is Ravencoin's website. It's a peer-to-peer blockchain handling blah, blah, blah. It was a fork of the Bitcoin code, and then it gives a list of reasons why Ravencoin is different than Bitcoin. It's basically, hey, we're like Bitcoin, only different, and I guess they were selling themselves as better, but clearly it's not the case, right? Ravencoin, I haven't taken a look at the chart, but it probably doesn't look that good. Okay, let's talk about the next bull run. Now, a lot of people say that some Bitcoiners speculate that the next bull run, we won't see a lot of the altcoins pumping. I think altcoins will always pump. Now, it doesn't have to be the altcoins that you invested in 3 years ago, but in my opinion, altcoins will always pump. And some of the altcoins that will pump the hardest, in my opinion, are coins that have great marketing teams, that have a budget for marketing. What do they do with that budget? Well, Binance.com, following Bitcoin, and Crypto.com now has its own Binance emoji. I actually tweeted this out yesterday. I said, I'm bullish on more crypto companies paying for these fun emojis. There's Binance, Crow. And then less than 24 hours after I tweeted this, Justin Sun, not to be outdone, basically paid for a Tron emoji. Now, some people think that Tron is a scam. Some people think that Binance Coin's a scam, that Crow Coin is a scam, or if it's not a scam, some people say, do we even need a coin? Now, I'm not here to say if these things have long-term value. All I am here to say is when retail gets back in, these are the kind of things that people are going to like tweeting. I think Bitcoin tweets went up after Jack added the B after the Bitcoin. So this was the only organic one, the Bitcoin. All of these were paid for. But it's just interesting, right? What do you think are the implications of this?